Welcome to the course in computer programming. In this video, we will be studying about how to write algorithms. In order to write algorithms, we will have to divide our problem into subtasks as discussed earlier. So, suppose we want to find the sum of two numbers. So, when you are doing sum of two numbers, let us say we have two numbers 3 and 5. If you are asked to find the sum of these two numbers, what you will do? You will do 3 plus 5 and you will get the result as 8. Okay, so you can write a computer program or you can write an algorithm to find the sum of these two numbers. Okay, so when you write the algorithm to find the sum of two numbers, what you will do is first you will have to start with a term start. Okay, this indicates the starting of the algorithm. Then the next step, what you will do, you will do what you will find the sum of two numbers, which is sum is equal to 3 plus 5. So when you will do 3 plus 5, you will get the result in sum. And in the last step, in the next step, what you will do, you will display the value of the sum. Okay, because after finding out the value of sum, you'll have to display it on the computer screen. Okay, so you'll display the value of the sum, and last you will stop the algorithm. Okay, so in order to find the sum of two numbers, I will have to write an algorithm which will perform the sum of 3 and 5. Okay, so these two steps, start and stop, are mandatory for an algorithm. That is, start statement indicates the starting of the algorithm and stop statement indicates the stopping of the algorithm. In between, you will write all the steps required to perform your task. So my task was to find the sum of 3 and 5. So I'll find the sum of 3 and 5, and this sum will be saved to this particular variable sum. Okay, or stored to this variable sum. Then I will display the value of this sum using the display keyword, and you can write display sum. Okay, sometimes you will use print statement instead of display. You can use either print or display, it is fine. Okay, so if I write print sum or display sum, both means the same thing. I am displaying it on the screen. Okay, so this algorithm can find the sum of 3 and 5. Okay, it cannot find the sum of 2 and 3. Okay, this algorithm can find the sum of only 3 and 5. Okay, suppose I want to find out the sum of 4 and 2, what will happen? I will have to write another algorithm where I will again do start, then sum is equal to 4 plus 2, then I will write display sum, and then I will stop. Okay, so suppose you want to find out the sum of another two numbers, you will have to again rewrite another algorithm, right? So this does not make any sense, right? So if you have a calculator, you want to find out the sum of any number, right? Sum of any two numbers. Okay, so you need to have an algorithm which can find out the sum of any two numbers, not just 2 and 3, or not just 3 and 5, or not just 4 and 2. Okay, you need to find out the sum of any two numbers. You have to write an algorithm like that. Okay, so in order to do that, we will use variables. Okay, so you will use variables. This is the same concept that we use in max. Okay, you will say let x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4. Okay, you can change the value of x anytime, right? And when you change the value of x and y, the result of the equation will change. Similarly, we can use variables for algorithms. Okay, so instead of using a constant value to write the algorithm, what you will do is you will use some variables. Okay, those variables will be used to find out the sum of numbers. Okay, so what you will do is, what we are expecting is, just like in calculator, you enter the value of 4, then press plus, then press 2, then you will get 4 plus 2, and you press equal to, you get the value of 4 plus 2. Okay, and in the calculator, if you want to find out the sum of 3 and 5, you will press 3, then you press the plus button, then you press the 5, then you press equal to, you get the sum of 3 and 5. Okay, so similarly what we expect is you write an algorithm which will read the values from the keyboard. Okay, I want to find out the sum of any two numbers. That number will be given from the keyboard. I will type those numbers from the keyboard. Okay, so those numbers should be entered from the keyboard. So when you are entering from the keyboard, for that purpose we will use the statement read. Okay, so if I write read a, that means I will enter a value from the keyboard and that value will be saved to or stored to the variable a. Okay, then I can write read b. So I will enter the second number from the keyboard, that will be stored to variable b. Okay, so how will my algorithm change now? I can write a general algorithm, that is start, then second statement will be to read the two variables. So I will read a, then I will read b, then fourth statement will be to find the sum of A and B. Fifth statement will be to display sum. Last statement will be to stop. Okay, so now what I have done, instead of giving constant values in the algorithm, I am going to read the first number from the keyboard and also the second number from the keyboard. Then I will find the sum of these two numbers and display the sum followed by stop. So now my algorithm has changed. Okay, so this gives me a better algorithm. This is a more generic means what? It's a general algorithm. It can find the sum of any two numbers that you enter from the keyboard. Okay, so this is the corresponding flow chart for this particular algorithm, that is start. So in flow chart, I already told you, start should be in the oval box. Okay, then in parallelogram you will use read statements or print statements, that is input and output in parallelograms, then operations in rectangle. So I am doing read a comma b. This is read a comma b is same as read a read b. Okay, then I will do sum is equal to a plus b. Okay, then I will print the sum and stop. Okay, so this flow chart is for finding out the sum, difference, product, quotient and remainder of two numbers. Okay, so when I have to find out the sum, I will do a plus b. When I have to find the difference, I will write a minus b. When I have to find the product, I will write a star b. When I have to divide two numbers, I will do a by b. And when I have to find the remainder of a number when it is divided by another number, then I will use the operator a mod b. Okay, so what is a mod b? If I have two numbers 5 and 2. Okay, so this will give me the remainder is equal to 5 mod 2 means what will happen, you will divide 5 and 2. Okay, and what will be the remainder when you divide 5 and 2? Your remainder will be 1. So that value will come in remainder, or here modulus value will be equal to 1 if your a and b are 5 and 2. Okay, suppose it is 10 and 5. 10 mod 5, the answer will be what? When you divide 10 and 5, the remainder is 0. So when you do 10 modulus 5, your answer will be 0. So that is how you write an algorithm.